Brittany, that was very rude. You sound like a gosh dang grown man. Sorry, Grandpa. It wasn't intentional. Yes, that was a reenactment of something that happened. My grandpa made me feel like a dirtbag, just for sneezing too loud, like I had real control over it. Yes, I did cover it up with my elbow, and no, I didn't aim the juices towards his face, but to him it was offensive. But why? I mean, after all, he did get upset for the news anchor just wearing a cast. How dare he come to work looking all unprofessional, showing his sports injury. I just want to normalize the things that are considered nasty. We pretend that these things, they don't exist. We excuse ourselves from being human. But what if we embrace them? Recently, I was in a state of mental exhaustion, and I yawned for the first time in ages. I can't even remember how long it was that I actually yawned, and it felt so good. And I don't even understand why I've been programmed to be so ashamed of yawning. I guess it started with middle school. I had a trig teacher that made the point to call out any student he saw yawning, and he considered yawning to be the utmost sign of disrespect. He would interrogate students as if they'd committed a crime, asking them, "Are you bored? Do you have something to prove? This isn't a flippin' movie. Do people actually yawn because they're bored?" I'd consider this behavior pretty involuntary, although I never gave myself this credit. I was yawning in my mouth. I'd be like, keep my lips closed. And I never really felt like how good it feels to yawn till last week. It was so liberating. Also, a yawn, it's substantially less distracting than a teacher ranting about how yawns are rude. Babies know how to do this from birth. It's just a sign of being tired or maybe needing to get more oxygen. Shit. Oh, that actually came out of nowhere. To be real, I actually engulfed a ton of pepper to reenact that sneeze, and now it's just made me kind of, nasally, so let me blow this out. I'm gonna do the next part that comes with a sneeze, The... Ugh. Exciting. Oh, I got a little bit more. Whew. All right. So, every day, children are getting shushed. Shh. And they're made to be embarrassed by things like this. This is totally a shame. We should just laugh at farts, yawn together, and say, "Bless your heart," every time anybody sneezes, and clap at impressive burps. I don't even think I know how to burp if I tried, because to me it was never allowed. It was never okay. Ladies don't burp. I actually went on a date with a guy that said, "The only reason why girls go to the bathroom is to powder their nose." And later I found out that he was not even into girls, so why did he care? Sometimes I feel a pressure in my throat, like I've got a burp, but then it never comes. Even if I drink a Mountain Dewski, for Christ's sake. One thing that's helped me lately is hanging out with my friend's 7-year-old autistic son, Cornelius. He often whispers to me a little secret, which ends up being a mere burp. He once asked his mom to bend down, as if he was gonna play a game of leapfrog. She's in frog position, and then all of a sudden he just farts right in her face. And I probably would have been annoyed, but I've got a 1-year-old daughter, and she started laughing hysterically like a little coyote. Everything Cornelius does is just amazing, interesting, and it just cracks her up. I really have to work my butt off to get that same rise out of her. I mean, Cornelius, he just does, and it's great, and she loves him. And I just wish, I could burp a few out just to make her happy, but I don't got that charm. If you're struggling letting your animal instincts out in full swing, maybe you just need to play with children too. I'm sure you know someone that's in need of a babysitter, or there's like a local volunteer program, the Boys and Girls Club. It's time to regress and be okay with your natural self. So yawn with me. It's okay to stretch your arms out like a cat, stick out your tongue, and make a large sound effect. Oh, no, that wasn't an orgasm. That was my yawn. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise, that it is not okay, because it is okay. We are people, and that means that we are animals pretending to be more than our poised pets. But sometimes, we gotta let our instincts take over and indulge. Maybe get on the floor and give your dog or cat or pig a headbutt. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm sorry to my husband. He farts a lot. noises like that, and a lot of times my response is just to give him the evil eye. I really need to get over it and not be so annoyed, especially if it doesn't smell bad, and if he's not aiming it at my face. When did farting stop being so funny, and all of a sudden seem so gross and something to scoff about? I'm not sure, but you know what? I'm gonna go load up on some cabbage and some beans, and then I'm gonna start a good old Dutch oven rebellion. Who's with me?